We're back with Nickel and Dime this week. You heard about our top four teams, NFC and AFC. You know where we stand with that. Now let's round out the playoffs, and we'll throw in that one team we think that is just outside. It's 5 through 8. I got AFC. Shawn has NFC. We got your housekeeping notes. We got your 3 and out. Let's talk new helmets. Hit that subscribe button. It's Nickel and Dime. All right, Shawn, we're back. We're getting closer to kickoff. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Your boy's a little tired, but I've been using a lot of brain energy figuring out who these 5 through 8 teams are going to be, man.
It was rough, man. I had a rough time with the AFC, not gonna lie to you.
Yes. It took a lot of it was mentally taxing. It was mentally taxing trying to figure this out, but we are all going to be better for it because we are breaking it down for you, the people. And I had a lot of fun this week figuring this out. You know what I'm saying?
I did too. I had most trouble. I felt good about the 5 through 8, like the teams itself. I had trouble picking which one of the 4 was just going to miss the playoffs.
That was the hardest thing. And it brought a lot of intrigue. We're going to have to break some hearts, man. We are going to have to break some hearts today. And maybe we will dive into a couple of reasons that maybe you either weren't thinking about or what we really see about your team. I mean, like, we're giving it to you raw. We're giving it to you honest, which is why the Saints were the number 3 team last week on this show.
It broke his heart. It broke his heart.
Yeah, it did.
I saw the one tear go down his cheek.
And I mean, and Drew's a Carolina Panthers fan, so like, we don't want to see the Saints do well at all, But their team is stacked.
Speaking of NFC South, let's kick the show off with it. Housekeeping notes. First one. Longtime Atlanta Falcon Julio Jones signs a 1-year deal to join Tampa Tom and the Buccaneers.
Tampa Tom gets what Tampa Tom wants. Julio Jones, the ghost of Julio Jones is our number 4 receiver. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
These boys are all in. These boys are all in trying to get the Super Bowl. They are going out with a bang. I think for Julio's standpoint, Drew, you got to think he is going to give whatever he has left in the tank to go.
So who's number 3? Who's number 3?
Russell Gage.
Oh, I forgot y'all picked that dude up. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Another Falcon.
Yep. Yeah.
A lot of ransacking people.
Well, bro, like,
were y'all gonna sign OBJ too? He's still not signed. Y'all gonna sign OBJ too? Jesus.
He gonna have to sign for peanuts because I don't know how they pay Julio.
Y'all still got some. I don't know how y'all got money. I think the GM's paying these salaries himself at this point.
Yeah, just taking it out of pocket. Yeah. Man, we never used to get any trades or interchange of players in the NFC South. And now I feel like all bets are off. Falcons going to the Bucks going to the Falcons. Yeah, it's crazy.
Panthers going to
the Saints. I don't know.
It hurts. Well, another journeyman finds a new home. 25-year-old quarterback Josh Rosen is on team number 6 in Cleveland.
Damn, my man running out of fingers. Man,
I'm on this many.
Yeah. It has to be something about Josh Rosen. Like, at this point, it's you, bro.
That's you, bro.
Yeah, it's gotta be him.
Yeah.
It's gotta be him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he gets to back up Brissett, however many games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not looking like it's a season like some people initially thought.
No, that's another thing, man. I just don't know when it's gonna drop.
It's gonna be on the most random of days. You know what I mean?
Like and it will be, and that's what I think the NFL wants, Drew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
to drop that 2-game suspension.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting at, because I feel like whenever they drop it, everybody's going to be affected by this. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like even casual and not casual fans are going to be in some way, shape, or form. So it's going to be big news. They need this to be random AF. That's when they need to drop it.
Right. First day of the season. That'd be hilarious. 49ers had a team meeting and have decided, and they're making it public now, that it is Trey Lance's team. They have given Jimmy Garoppolo permission to seek a trade.
Right. And that's good on them. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. You know what it is. Like, don't bullshit. This is what it's time for. This is
why we drafted you third overall.
Drew, where I don't know if you previewing this or whatever, but like,
no, I mean, it's already leaked that his team, you know, a lot of the team have more faith in him than Trey Lance. You know what I mean? Like, if you were like in your prime, would you want the veteran or would you want the new kid?
If I'm a vet and if I'm this team, like I want whoever is going to give me the best chance to win.
Jimmy G wins. Jimmy G wins there.
He does. But that's the thing is, like, I think the team is good enough to get you to a certain level that maybe, like, regardless of who the quarterback is, I think this team could win games.
Yeah.
And like, so the unknown is what Trey Lance is.
And that's what they're going for. They're going for the potential of an even better thing.
Yeah.
Because they know what they got with Jimmy G. You know what you get. No long balls, just 10, 15 yards over the middle. Hand off to the running back. It's Jimmy G's game.
It is, and he's been moderately successful with that, but it's only gotten him to a certain level. And I wonder, where his next destination is going to be. You know, some teams are probably going to be right in his corner.
I was trying to think who would want him.
Yeah. And what is his trade value? You know, like, what is it going to take?
Like a third, like a second or a third, maybe?
Yeah, I think probably a second, at least.
I'm just saying, because the only team I can think of was Seattle. And would you trade him to Seattle in your division? Which we just said the NFC South doesn't care, but does the West care? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's like, I'd have to look at this.
Maybe the Giants.
If you're the Giants, without the quarterback, though, maybe if you are the Giants. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even think
there's just not a lot of teams out there still with a foggy quarterback
situation.
Like, they at least have a game
late
plan.
In the year,
it might not work out, but they at least have a game plan of what they want to do.
The off season, I mean, this late in the off season.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. That's going to be interesting. But I mean, clearly they must see something in Trey Lance. So we'll see where that domino drops, man.
Yeah. More terrible news at this point. Texans rookie wide receiver
John Matchy.
Matchy the third. I was trying to see if I wrote second or third. I knew he was a third. Diagnosed with leukemia. So hope good thoughts sent his way as best we can. That's just terrible. Your first year in the league, you tear it up in college. Like,
well, and it's a double whammy for Matchy though, because remember, like, he just tore his ACL.
Yeah,
like I think won it in the national championship game or something like that. No, that was the other guy.
Jameson.
Yeah, that was Jameson. But he still, like, he just came off the injury, Matchy did, and then, like, to have this happen. So his comeback story is going to be one for the ages, man. I think he has a lot of talent, so he'll be back. You just got to beat this, man.
It boosted James Conner's career. You know what I mean? Maybe he comes back. You know.
Yeah.
NFL Plus is the new streaming service of the NFL that has just been launched. Ooh. So who knows what the future holds for that. Right now, they still have TV rights deals in place. Amazon gets Thursday night games this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if the future is, if you want to watch the NFL, you got to have their streaming service.
Yes, to answer your question, yes. I think that is what it is for pretty much all the other games. Like, if you want Sunday ticket, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, so, like, that's what they did say.
Yeah. But that being said, you're still Monday Night Football is not going anywhere, and neither are the
Thursday night games, the Sunday night game.
Well, no, I mean,
Bowl.
like, I think that'll be there, but the nationally broadcast 1:00 and
Yeah.
4:00 games, those
Yeah.
are
Well, they make too
treasures.
much money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Too much
Exactly.
money
They
off
won't
TV
anywhere.
deals.
Yep.
It's what keeps the NFL afloat. Colts linebacker Shaquille Leonard. He's not Darius Leonard anymore.
Shaq Leonard sounds
Shaq. It's
so
scary,
much
right?
better.
Yeah.
It sounds so much better.
He's going to start camp on the PUP list. Had surgery back in June. The Ramsey as well with a shoulder. Still had surgery on his shoulder in the offseason. Cincy's two new offense line pieces, Collins and Kappa, starting on the PUP list. Bill's offensive lineman, Saffold, injured his ribs in a car crash. So he's waiting to see when he can come back.
Yeah.
Just the random stuff you start hearing when camp starts. You know,
it is random. Like, you almost made it through the offseason.
You almost were there.
Unscathed. You had it. Just got to be quicker than that.
Couple retirements. Oh, well, one more injury. Packers offensive tackle Bakhtiari still dealing with his knee injury. So Aaron Rodgers needs that dude back.
That is a big deal. That is a big deal.
He missed most of the year, right?
And we're going to talk about it. Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't have the Packers in the top 4. Oh, okay.
Like and subscribe. Nickel and dime, baby. This is what we do, baby. Previewing. We ought to get into it.
This team might be on your list too, but Arizona pays Kyler Murray 5-year, $230.5 million extension. He is now the second highest player per average annually at $46.1 million a year.
This, I think, is the perfect segue into everything that we are going to get into when I talk about the NFC. When we talk about these teams 5 through 8, it's just a lot of storylines that will happen if things play out or the way that they're going to play out after the season. And a lot of it's just, I can see the story coming before it actually happens. You know what I'm saying? If certain things play out. So we're not going to preview it. We're going to talk about it. Drew, how you feel, man? Like, how do you feel like about Kyler Murray getting that deal this early?
I mean, it's natural progression. I see why they did it, but I don't think he's the second best quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, he's getting second best quarterback money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, pay Lamar Jackson is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Damn, I like that. No, I nothing to say to top that, but
no, I can see Kyler fizzling out, man. And I mean, I can eat these words. I wasn't a big fan of him, and he's been killing it. You know what I mean? Like, he's done great. You know, they really struggle when players get hurt, and they've had a lot of injuries, and Hopkins hadn't really been there, and their running game's
still not going to be there.
You know what I mean?
6 games.
So, I mean,
I think
I just don't know if you ever win the Super Bowl with Kyler Murray.
Yeah, it would if that would happen, it would be the first of his kind. Real, I mean, clearly he's doing a lot of things for it that are first, like at his size and speed and all his spark stuff. But I say, like, either way, what do you think about, like, them offering him this contract? And then, like, you probably heard the rumors as well that he admitted that he didn't really watch film last year, and they put a clause in his contract.
That was the funny part. Is now he's got to watch.
He's got to watch 4 hours. It's in his contract. So he has to watch 4 hours, four independent game study hours per week.
Ryan Clark was ragging on that dude on ESPN earlier. It was fantastic.
Oh my God!
Like, man, this is your job. It's like, you get paid $46 million a year. Watch some film, my dude. Like,
what are you doing? Like, there's a lot of hours in a day, man. And
apparently he's a big gamer. Like, my man wants to play video games. He wants to play football and he wants to play video games.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did, like, randomly enough. Like, that makes sense because, like, I think one random rabbit YouTube hole that I went down one day. I saw a Kyler Murray rage quit video. Like he just got super mad.
Oh, you know that dude gets so mad.
Hell yeah.
I think that's why. I think I just have a problem with his. I'm not a big fan of Kyler Murray with his personality and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know I
don't really jive.
He's always come off as a diva to me. You know what I mean? Like
he seems a little diva-ish. Yeah. And I don't know the dude, but like that's the way he comes off. So I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Well, another quarterback that his team probably wants him to lay up and play some video games. Joe Burrow has to have his appendix out.
Damn. Joe can't stay out the hospital, man. Damn. Like
another dude that almost made it. Yeah. Almost made it to camp. Now you have your appendix out.
Damn. Eat that ice cream, man. You be all right.
Yeah. Couple retirements.
No, it's my fault. I never remember.
No, that's tonsils.
It's tonsils. It's tonsils.
But I mean, if I get anything taken out, you better give me some ice cream. You know what I mean?
Makes everything better.
Yeah. Couple retirements. Wide receiver Danny Amendola retires. I think he was last with the Texans. Spent the last few years with the Texans.
Okay.
And Seattle running back Chris Carson calls it a day. He said he had some more injuries pile up, and he is done.
I don't blame him.
Man gets hurt every year, poor guy.
Yeah.
But, man, when he could run, he could run.
Yeah.
And you know me, man, last but not least, we got some XFL news. XFL announces 8 cities for their upcoming February 2023 start.
Right.
3 new ones. They replaced, thank God, replaced New York and LA. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We got enough of that. But the 8 cities are Orlando, Arlington, Houston, Las Vegas, San Antonio, Seattle, St. Louis, and DC.
Damn, St. Louis gets a football team. They get it back. So, you know, like them hardcore football fans in St. Louis they're going to be diehard XFL. St.
Right.
Louis.
I mean, I'm waiting to see some logos and some colors and some jerseys, and I'll have to pick a team and roll with it.
Yeah. As long as they not like stupid, outrageous, then like they like just make them shits like just make them classy, fresh, you know what I'm saying? But like they
give someone a contract, you know what I mean? Like hook up, like, you know, like we saw what Champion did with the AAF. We don't need that again. But like hit up Nike and just be like, make us some cool looking uniforms.
Yeah. Yeah. And they should. I mean, like Nike should want to do that just for the flex. Right. You know?
Because you know everyone's going to be watching it. It's the Rock.
Exactly.
Rock's attached to it. XFL's back. Vince McMahon's out. Yeah, let's see what you got.
Saying. Yeah.
All right, it's time for 3 and out.
Oh, let's do it.
I'm gonna hit you with the first down real quick.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Out of AJ Brown, Marquise Brown, Tyreek Hill, and Devontae Adams, all big name receivers that left their quarterback. Which team is going to miss them the most the first few weeks of the season?
AJ will throw Marquise Brown out. You know,
I mean, he was all they had.
Yeah, that's true. Which is why he is in the equation. Throw him out of there, though. He got to get out the club. Yeah. AJ, you said AJ, Tyreek, and who was the other one?
Devontae. Which here's a fun. Before you answer this, because I saw that look on your face. Here's a fun question, a trivia question that I saw today.
Yeah.
Active quarterback and receiver duo, most touchdowns accounted for, was Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb.
Oh, okay. Well, young Randall Cobb.
That is correct.
Let's throw the asterisk out there. Yeah, you know, that's but good stat though. I like that stat. Out of those 3, man, I'm probably going to say Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna say Tyreek Hill.
Chiefs missing him.
And that when I say that,
you don't think Juju stepping up? Come on.
Well, the only reason I say that is because have y'all seen the Chiefs' schedule? While they're making them adjustments, they're gonna wish that they could have traded Tyreek by the trade deadline because they got some heavy hitting teams on him.
We'll let you have him, but can we have him the first 4 or 5
Yeah,
weeks?
like let's do this in like a month. But I think that the impact of the adjustment of the new receivers for the Chiefs may have an impact because of who they have to face. Like they really don't have time to not hit the ground running. You know what I mean? So
That's
I think
fair.
the impact wise, Tyreek Hill.
All right. Sounds good. What you got?
All right, second down, man. The team pretty much of the 2000s, the New England Patriots, man. I just kind of, there's something about them this year. So my question to you is this: if the Pats miss the playoffs, Drew,
Mm-hmm.
is it time to start the clock on the end of the Belichick era?
Ooh. I mean, if anyone has earned the right to go out on their own terms, it's Belichick. You know what I mean? Like if I'm Kraft, I'm going to be like, hey, man, you tell me. You know what I mean? But in the same vein, I don't think my man likes to lose. So I think he would put the clock on himself. You know what I mean? Like if they start missing the playoffs, I don't think he's there for it. You know what I mean? I think he's all right, I'm out.
Like falling on the sword, the noble way out.
Yeah.
I could see that, but I had to ask you the question because I was curious about it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wanted to get your take on that. And I think
I think you get to find out here in a little bit on if I have the Patriots playoff team or not. So
man, here we go. Stay tuned, baby. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We got it coming up.
In the same vein, he is going all out. You know, he's the offensive coordinator. He's the defensive coordinator. If it does not work, it is 125% on him.
It's on him. Yeah.
Brady's not in town. Could he turn another quarterback into Brady? You know what I mean? That's what everyone was wanting to know.
I think that is the where autonomy gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when the team is him, that's his imprint everywhere. You know what I mean? So
and now Brady has a legacy outside of New England. But Belichick, that's it. You know, like, yeah, we know him as like he actually won with the Browns. Good kudos. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. All right. What you got on third down, my dude?
All right. I've been looking more and more into the NFC North for some reason.
Okay.
Because I saw something on Twitter that said Kirk Cousins has no more excuses. He's got one of the best receivers. He's got one of the best running backs. His defense has improved this year. So it had me thinking, could the Vikings be something? And then I was looking at the Bears, and if Justin Fields clicks, the Bears might be okay. You know what I mean? And then you never really want to count out that psychopath that's now coaching the Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Digging into the NFC North, it got me more intrigued. So if one of those teams were to surprise people this year, which team would it be?
I mean, hang on to your hats here, people. In the NFC North, I think, and you have to take the Packers out of the equation because I think they're a known, at least because of the continuity at quarterback. But the other teams, the other three teams in the NFC North, you know who I'm betting on? It's the Detroit Lions, man. It is the Detroit Lions.
Is that more coach defense? Like what draws you?
What is it? It's the offensive line. Honestly, like I've been looking and I've seen what their squad is. The worst starter on their line is Vitae, and he's been pretty good for them. Like everybody else, like a first rounder, they got a Frank Ragnow over there. They got Penei Sewell. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have second year DeAndre Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's coming back. He should be healthy.
Flashes.
You know what I'm saying? Like they actually have like their cornerback who I loved coming out a couple years ago. So I want to say it might be Arvarier out of Penn State.
And then they got that other kid too. The other
who was cornerback. It was
was he Ohio State?
It was Jeff Okudah. That's who I was thinking of. Like they need, you know what I'm saying? Like hopefully he can he's been getting back. Yes, he can kind of get back. So they have a lot of young talent there. I like the young talent. I like the coaching, and they just need to get more out of Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? So like the quarterback's still the unknown, but I'm taking
just be a game manager, my dude. That's all you got to be.
Yep. And then
It's big game,
they
man.
have investments at receiver too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's
I like
do
it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
I
All
don't
right,
think
man.
anyone would be upset if the Lions did well.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just a fun story, you know?
Yeah.
That's just a fun story. But all right, Drew. What down? I don't even know what down it is. I'm so excited about the question. God damn it.
Fourth down. Let's go.
Fourth down. Oh, yeah. So exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But either way, based on what you know now, Drew, and your overall feeling, which team picks first in the 2023 draft?
Oh, all right. Oh, man.
We ain't even started the season yet.
Yeah, that's good because so many bad teams are going to be mediocre this year.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
I mean? So,
right.
oh, I hate to say it, man, but I think it's going to be the Falcons or the Giants.
Okay, but you know what I love though is you didn't say the Lions or the Jaguars.
Nah,
right?
I think the Lions are better. Just
Yeah,
because Dan Campbell's going to get on the field himself if they're not. You know, and then you got to give Trevor Lawrence some kind of credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do have a good coach. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He flunked out of Philly, but
yeah.
But that's because he was put in a tough quarterback situation.
It just went sour very fast there. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, hit reset and give him Jalen Hurts, and he might still have a job. You know what I mean? But I feel like he was getting pressured to keep Wentz. Or he might have been the one doing the keeping Wentz. I don't know.
Right. But. Yeah. It could be anything. But no, I'm in not only that, but I'll add a third team into the mix. So you didn't say the Houston Texans. You did. That's what I'm saying. So like
Davis Mills is going to be better, and they're finally free of Watson. I think they can actually move on.
Exactly. And I agree. That's what I'm saying is I agree. I like the two teams that you put in there.
Sorry, Chris, don't kill me.
Maybe that's an indictment on Daniel Jones, but everybody knew that when your boy Marty Herney picked him at number 6. Like, what is he doing? Like, no, it was who was it? It wasn't Marty Herney.
Gettleman.
It was Gettleman. Yes, the other. That's what I was thinking of.
The other guilty.
The other Panthers passed off. Yes.
Yep.
Gettleman. I was like, that ain't right. Marty Herney didn't do that. I don't want to put that.
I mean, he would have though. He would have though.
You think Herney would have did that too?
After giving your aging vet a ridiculous contract he didn't need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dipping our toes into one of my favorite segments, Fire Uni Time, because the buzz around the league are these alternate helmets. I'm digging them. There hadn't been one out yet that I didn't like.
Yeah. I love all of them. I'm with you. And just the variation, man. Like, I love the variation, you know?
Yeah. Because you got the Bears drop to their orange helmet. That would look pretty good with the orange alternative.
Yeah.
The Bengals white tiger is just chef's kiss. You know what I mean?
Perfect helmet.
Then you got the Panthers all black. I've been waiting years for that.
Panthers needed something, man, but it is nice. It's nice.
It's not completely fixing the problem because we still have some uniforms out there that I'm not a fan of. But the all black's gonna look crisp.
Yeah. It's good when one of your rivals, Levante David, likes the photo on.
I still can't wait for y'all to come back out with the creamsicle. That's gonna be
like everybody's getting all these new helmets and stuff like that in the Bucks. Like all the fan bases like bring back the creamsicles. Everybody else is doing it, and they were saying they weren't because it was the one helmet rule. But now, like these other teams, so
figured y'all be the first team of that retro.
Yeah, everybody's like, just do it now. But the plan is to do it next year. And everybody just wants them to speed it up a year. So you get Tom Brady in the creamsicle. That's what everybody is vying for.
Yeah. The Cardinals came out with their black version, had the red flake in it. The black, they call it, I think, Black Forest a little bit.
I don't think I've seen that one yet. I need to check that one out.
It's dope.
Yeah.
The Eagles all black looks good. They're coming out. They're doing the retro one next year, but this year they're doing the all black with the eagle.
Bro, that retro Eagles green, I used to hate it when I lived in Philly. I hate it, and now it's like
it's nice. It's clean.
That is clean, bro.
The Jets and the Saints both came out with a black alternative as well. Thank God, man. The Saints were driving me crazy when they were wearing the all white because the gold on the helmet did not match the gold on the lettering, and it was driving me crazy.
I didn't even notice that. But I'm a fan of the Saints all whites though. I just never noticed the gold.
But now they got the black helmet to go with it. It's gonna look dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And then the Texans dropped a red alternative they're gonna wear with their red jerseys. So that's gonna look good.
All right.
And then in the throwback category, you got the Giants. That's gonna look great.
Yeah, I do like the Giants. I wasn't a fan of those jerseys, but I think the helmets.
The helmet looks so. Yeah. I love the red stripe. I didn't know I'd miss it, but I did.
Yeah.
The Patriots, the red, white, and blue. I love that one.
That's like one of my favorites.
We use that logo here. We don't use the Patriots new logo. We use their throwback logo when we talk Patriots on nickel and dime.
Yeah, that was one. Even when I hated the Patriots, when Tom and Gronk were like going crazy, them uniforms was like clean, super clean.
Yeah. The Falcons got the red retros, and then the Cowboys have the white with the Navy Star retros.
Them joints nice. That was one red that I wasn't a fan of, and red's my favorite color, obviously. But the Falcons reds, I was never a fan of.
Not
like
a fan.
The throwback red, nah, it was.
Yeah. So who wins out of all those? Who's your favorite second helmet coming up?
I'll be honest, man, that the best uniform in the league, in my opinion, Bengals all white stripe. That's gonna
look so good.
That thing is nice, man. That cleanest uniform by far.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Panthers out of it because I love them so much. But the Eagles all black is just sick with the silver wings. I'm digging it a lot.
Yeah. There's just so much drip, man. Just so much drip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's you want to know what the crazy thing is talking about drip is that's the only place that you can really see that or what, because how ridiculous would you look as a normal human being to get dressed up in all the regalia? You know what I'm saying? You just gonna go to the mall with your helmet and cleats on with the all black uni. You know what I'm saying? It's the only place you can do it. And it's
one of those things that you can't replicate it. You know what I mean? If your team drops a cool jersey, you can go buy that jersey, but you can buy the helmet and put it on your desk. You know what I mean? That's about it. Like you said, but the world's getting weirder, so who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah. Might be rocking my helmet to lids one day.
They should, you know what? They should put a calling out to reserve a park somewhere and just all the people who want to come out in their full fit just LARP together. You know what I mean? They're just.
It's still two-hand touch, but we get to wear the full gear.
Right. It'd be like a battle of the Joshes. You know what I'm saying?
We're just running a practice. You know
what I'm saying?
No games, just running practice. We're talking about practice.
Full fit LARP. That's what they're gonna call it.
Yeah. I like it. All right, man. Let's get into it. The rest of the playoffs and the one team that's gonna miss out. I'm talking 5 through 8. I got AFC. Sean's got NFC.
Heartbreak Hotel. Who's it going to be, Drew? Who you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first with number 5 because I think you will agree with this pick because I'm jumping on board again. I tried not to because they broke my heart last year.
Right.
But number 5, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. All right. 5. I had them boys 1. Drew had them at 5. Oh,
I know.
A lot of variation. All right.
Well, I got them with 9-10 wins, and I also got KC at 4. So I think KC, LA, whoever wins that division, 4-5. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I think it'll be right there. Like they said, they added just some of the best players in the league at their positions on defense. Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. Are you kidding me? That defense wasn't that bad to begin with, and now you get 2 of the best players in the league. Just ask Aaron Donald how much one player can change a defense, So those Chargers get better. Herbert gets another year under his belt. Hopefully Williams stays healthy again. Eckler can stay on the field. They do. That's schedule, man.
Yes, that's one of the hardest things about it, man.
The only thing is they do start off with Vegas and KC, but then they have 5 very winnable games. in Jacksonville, Houston, Cleveland, Denver, Seattle. Got to win those.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And with that, I think that's the team that can do it. But also, like you can't. There's some team like they're not going to just roll past Denver though.
Right.
But they could, and
they
that's
could
what
catch Denver.
That's what I'm saying.
Still
That's
trying
why
to
I had
figure
them.
it out.
I had them. When we talked about it last week, that I think they are a team out of that stacked division that has the opportunity that could go on that type of a run. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, if they go into their bye 6-1, 5-2, they got the Titans and the Colts later on in the year, but they got some winnable games. You know, then they just got to get past their division.
Yeah,
they can sneak 2 from Denver and 1 apiece from Kansas City and Vegas. Talking about 4-2 in the division, that wins the AFC West.
I was about to say 4-2 would win that division. I think
that's what one of these teams has to do.
Yeah,
is pick one of the teams and get 2 wins from them, and then 50-50 it. There you go.
That's it. Yeah, and who? That's the question though. Is who is that team going to be?
Ooh.
Because I think like when you break down the 4 of them, there's strengths and weaknesses that each team is going to have against different teams in the division. So I think like, I don't think one team is just going to be a cupcake that's going to go 0-6, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I don't think any one of those teams.
Yeah. If any of those teams were going to do it, who's the highest candidate?
Oh,
to go 0-6
man, I shouldn't even say that.
Yeah, you knew that light bulb went off.
Oh man,
I think Denver, unfortunately. If you tell me one of them has to go 0-6, new quarterback, new system,
I could maybe. I'm probably going to say, I guess I gotta go Denver. I don't know, man. Maybe Denver. If you had to if I had to put it on the line. All right. So you got any more on
No, just looking at the weapons he's got. You know, you've got Isaiah Spiller backing up the running back spot in case Eckler goes out. So, you know, that's nice.
It is a nice compliment for sure.
Joshua Palmer, I think, could grow this year as that third receiver. You know?
Yeah. I wonder the guy who got the tall dude, Parham, got injured last year. He's back, but I wonder.
Oh yeah, dude,
how that's going to go. Yeah.
That was a brutal injury.
But he's not even, I don't think
there's no
injury or nothing.
He's
good. Cleared. Yeah, he's cleared.
Yeah. I could see him becoming the go-to tight end. I know they got Gerald Everett, but
I could see
younger, more athletic.
Yeah. And Gerald Everett, he's bounced around, so I could kind of see that. But.
I got him 9-10 wins, somewhere in that range. You know,
okay.
Our gold standard for the AFC.
That's gonna be very interesting because like I have him at 1, you have him at 4. So obviously the Chargers are must-see TV, so we're gonna be keeping an eye on that all season anyway. I love it.
I mean, it's got one of our favorite players.
Yep. Come on. Yep. Got to. All right. So that leads me into my number 5 team. Listen, let the fall happen no more. It is the Green Bay Packers. Let's get them in there. This is what I labeled this set of 4 teams, this 5 through 8 teams. This is the big questions for, because this is like every team has something that is going to keep them from being toward the top 4 teams that we just named last week. If you don't know who they are, go back, watch that show, and then get back with us. We'll be here right here for you. But Green Bay Packers, so many questions about players coming off injury. Like, have y'all looked at the damn roster right now? Like, Christian Watson is coming off an injury, and these are key positions. Robert Tonyan, he's their number 1 tight end. He tore
ACL, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Bakhtiari. That news just came out. Drew talked about it earlier. Yeah. Also, the other bookend in tackle, and Elgin Jenkins, who was a damn good right tackle, is injured or coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Rodgers is going to have to do it himself.
That leads me to have some questions. You know what I'm saying? But it is Aaron Rodgers. So is he going to have to do more with less? They still, like we just talked about, he still have an elite QB and a top 7 running back duo though. And I think that can win you a lot of games when it's Aaron Rodgers behind center. and their schedule, bro. Their schedule is more doable. If you look at it because of the division. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked how I think the Lions will be improved, but I don't think they'll be improved to take it from the Packers or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So like when I look at the schedule, I think that this team can definitely get you 10 to 11 wins. You know what I'm saying? If a couple things go right, 11, 10 is I think the floor, I think. 10 is the floor. Nine is really the floor, but 10 is like 10, 11 is probably where I think they'll be. So
do you see? I mean, I don't know who doesn't get on the Packers train with Aaron Rodgers showing up to camp looking like Nicolas Cage from Con Air today.
Oh wow.
You see it?
I didn't see it. Nah.
Oh man, go check out ESPN's Twitter. I think it's on there. Sports Center's Twitter. It's
and something. I didn't even mention the defense, Drew, because I think that's with the loss of Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying? With the loss of Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers having to do more, spread it around more. Honestly, if you look at that defense, that is why they're going to be so 10 or 11 wins. They're going to be so stout. You know what I'm saying? Like even though Dean Lowry is out, but like Kenny Clark, Jaron Reed, and Preston Smith, like they got rid of the other Smiths, Zadarius Smith, because he kind of wasn't holding up his end of the bargain. But Preston Smith is elevated. You know what I'm saying? The linebackers, they got the rookie Quay Walker in there who has a lot of ability, but he's bookended by Rashawn Gary and Devondre Campbell, who are Rashawn Gary's coming up. You know what I'm saying? And then the strength in the secondary again.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why the Packers are and if even more things go right at those injuries, they could be a top team. They could be a top 4 team, but I got them just missing out.
Just missing out. All right. Yep. I like it. Number 5. That would be a great first round matchup. Eagles, Packers.
It would.
4-5.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Number 6 for me in the AFC. They bounce back from last year. They get some guys healthy. You pay this man his money. It's the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
Number 6 in the AFC.
Number 6. All right.
They got to get some running backs healthy. Gus Edwards J.K. Dobbins, one of those guys has to come back from that torn ACL. They did sign Corey Clement, who's been a bit of a journeyman, to add some depth to that team. But they brought in Mike Davis. I think that's a low-key good pickup for them, just in case, a little insurance. Beefed up their secondary a little bit, re-signed some guys. Still worried about the wide receiver game, but it's always been a problem, and they've always won. So as long as Mark Andrews is there.
That's fair. Yeah.
You can't really call it a weakness of this team anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you.
They do have a brutal schedule. They play every AFC East team. That's their first 4 games. They got the Dolphins, Bills, Pats, Jets. But Lamar wins in the regular season, man. He just does. So they can easily get 9 wins, and that could be number 6 here in the AFC. But like I said, that one of those guys has to come back. I hope Bateman has a good year. And then after that, man, I don't really recognize a lot of these names for wide receivers. Devin Duvernay,
yeah. Out of Texas, I want to say. But yeah, he's unproven, man. That's
yeah. They do play a fullback, you know what I mean? So just run the ball. That's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
But Calais Campbell's back, Pierce is still up front. They got Patrick Queen, made leaps and bounds last year.
Yeah.
Turned into be one of the best linebackers in the league. Still got Marcus Peters, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey.
Their defense is stout. Their defense is stout. It is the offense that just worries me, man. You know what I'm saying? But number six for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you think about 9 wins, you think?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think 1 through 7 is going to be 11-9 wins. All just
lumped up together.
Yep.
Man, like the tiebreakers this season, I feel like
a lot are going to come into play.
Yes.
I feel like.
Yes, they will.
Because all those AFC teams are just going to beat up on each other, I feel like.
And you know what that means? It means juiciness, baby.
Hey, it means another going down to the wire.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, number 6 for me. Number sixth best team in the NFC, Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
I got the Dallas Cowboys, the number 6 team. And, as far as wide receiver questions, I have questions about the wide receivers. Can Lamb and Gallup take the next step and take this team to the next level? That's where I think the linchpin is for this team. I do have questions about certain spots on the defense, Drew. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, I don't know who Luke Gifford is. I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who that is. And then they have starting right now Dante Fowler Jr., who has been underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? In every place that he's been. And he's a starter right now. They have some young talent. Obviously, DeMarcus Lawrence is going to do what he does. And you still have Leighton Vander Esch, Micah Parsons.
Does he bounce back, though? Vander Esch has been kind of non-existent last.
Hopefully. Yeah. That's the hope. You know what I'm saying? You still have Trevor Diggs, another year in the league with that ability. Yeah. And yes, you have Jabril Cox there for depth. And Malik Hooker, like, what's he going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. I'm excited to see, but like, they have some pieces on that defense. I just want to. I don't know. Everybody who is not a known on that defense,
scares you,
right? Yeah. So, but the offensive line is going to be damn good. You still have Zeke and Pollard as a tandem. Great. You have Dak Prescott another year coming off injury. You know what I'm saying?
It's a CD Lamb show, though.
That's what I mean. So, like, they're not super deep, and these wide receivers are going to need to take this team to the next level. Like, they're the top 2 wide receivers, and Dak Prescott is a damn good quarterback to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's I don't know who Jalen. Oh, he's been a while. I think he might have been with the Chargers, maybe. I don't know. Like, let's South Alabama. So he's a rookie. Out of South Alabama, 2022 round 3, number 88.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll unproven. You know what I'm saying? Unproven. Yeah. And that's the thing, man, is as far as the Cowboys, the season, if you're looking at their schedule, in my opinion, their season leans on what they do against the Philadelphia Eagles. If they play well, then they can split. I don't know that, like, when I'm looking at the Eagles, I don't know if they could straight up take 2 from them. I'm not going to put it out of the equation, but if they can split against the Eagles, they're going to be in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not counting on the other 2 teams, basically.
Come on,
or am I?
Carson Wentz?
What? Or am I? I don't know.
Oh, I would laugh so hard if he had 2 NFC East teams as the wild cards. Yeah.
All right, so where we at? We at number 7. So before, and of course, 8 to 11 wins. That's it's a lot of variation with Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So
how those Eagles games go, huh?
Exactly. And how the receivers do. You know what I'm saying? How those spots on the defense do. Like, so that's why the variation's high with them. I got them anywhere between 8 and 11. You know what I mean?
All right. Number 7. Taking the last playoff spot in the AFC. It is the New England Patriots.
Ooh. Just getting in there.
Yeah.
All right.
They were 10-7 last year. They made the playoffs. Now they got, another year from Mac Jones in that system. He gets the offseason this year. Harris, great running back, emerged. Stevenson was a great backup. That's a hell of a 1-2 punch. And that's not even counting if James White can come back.
Yeah.
Devontae Parker's in town. Kendrick Bourne's got another year in the system. Myers caught the ball when it was thrown to him last year. Then you still got Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Year two together.
And then the only thing that concerns me is they don't have. Well, it kind of is a double-edged sword because it concerns me on paper, but then again, Belichick's been doing it his whole career. A lot of guys I don't recognize on the defense, but isn't that his thing? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So at the same breath that I'm like, I'm worried, but then I'm like, he'll be fine.
Yeah. That calming Belichick factor.
Yeah. You still got McCourty. You still got Jalen Mills. Malcolm Butler's in town. Matthew Judon, like Lawrence Guy,
Judon a beast. Judon's a beast.
Yeah. So I think they'll be okay. I think they think in the AFC where 9 wins gets it done, Belichick can get you 9 wins. His first 4 games, Miami, Pitt, Baltimore, Green Bay. If you can win 2 of those, but then it gets considerably easier after that.
Yep. All right. The Patriots, man, it's just
they don't go away until proven otherwise. I got to keep putting them in there,
And that's the crazy thing, and how alike are the Steelers and the Patriots in that fashion, that they just don't go away. Like they're just here. They won't.
The Steelers stumbled into the playoffs last year.
They did that. That part.
Big Ben playing the worst he's ever played. They got into the playoffs.
Yep. Because of coaching, Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? That's what it matters. It does matter. So we are on to me for number 7.
The last NFC playoff spot.
Last NFC playoff spot goes to, with the turmoil and everything with the announcement today, San Francisco 49ers, man. San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard it right. The Trey Lance show, question mark.
Wow.
Listen.
Okay. Bro, so this pays off.
Yes, this team, Drew, this team is good, man. Have like this roster. I have to think that I guess mercurial is probably a good word, as Kyle Shanahan's been these past couple of months or whatnot. The crazy thing about it is like he still got that reputation for a reason leading up to those couple of months. So like if he sees something in Trey Lance, who am I to think otherwise? Like and to let Jimmy G go, knowing that Jimmy G got you these wins, right? You about to say something? Go ahead.
Kudos to still having Deebo Samuel on the roster.
Yep.
So that's got to go for something too.
Right.
My man wanted out and they're like, nah.
Yeah.
And he's still there.
Exactly. And they would be wise to pay him. I'm saying but I'm assuming that Deebo Samuel is on this team. You know what I'm saying? If he's on the team, I like it. Him and Ayuk together, plus the emergence of Juwan Jennings, I think as a third wide receiver, you still have George Kittle, right? The offensive line, I'm not as don't get me wrong. It's obviously important, and it's
Trent
super
Williams,
important, but
one of the best in the game.
It's less to me, in my opinion, because of the scrambling ability of Trey Lance, along with what he can give you in the passing game, right? So like that kind of negates a little bit of it. He can do a little bit more there that Jimmy G couldn't do, right? So you take that. So that couple everything I just said with this defense now, and hopefully they won't be as injured. But I mean,
just name after name on
that's
what
defense, I'm saying. Man. Like this defense is lights out.
An all-star team.
This defense is lights out. Now they're not super deep, but
but still, if that's your front line,
right? Exactly. Jesus. And the back end's good too, man. So with the coaching, I like it, man.
When did they get Charvarius Ward?
This past off season, I think.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I like it, man.
I still think Fred Warner is the best player on the defense.
Yeah. And Azeez Al-Shahir is he's no slouch, man. So plus Greenlaw, that linebacking game might be the best in the league.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then you got Kinlaw and Ford, Armstead.
Yep. And Kinlaw he was injured last year. Kinlaw was injured.
So, all right. Okay. You're making me a 49ers believer.
That's what I'm saying. So all Trey Lance has to do is not screw it up.
I mean, but does he not look like he's going to screw it?
I don't know. Maybe Shanahan can get you through that, but that's why I'm very high on the 49ers, man. I got them the last team because of the quarterback factor, probably losing them some games that the team shouldn't have lost, possibly. I'm not saying nobody's not prone to a mistake, but I like what this team can do. San Francisco 49ers, man. And I think
you won me over.
9 to 10 wins, man.
Okay.
9 to 10 wins,
I mean, that's their MO, That's what they usually get.
Yeah.
Give it to them. All right. That leaves a lot of interesting teams out of the playoffs for both of us.
Yep. A lot of them.
No
and
Steelers,
we'll get to it.
In
the following weeks, you got to stick with
Dolphins.
Get it.
And no Titans. That's my number 8 team. Outside looking in, barely missing Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if I get something thrown at I'm glad my neighbors can't hear right now. But they just worry me, man. They went number 1. I don't know how they won it last year. Got the number 1 seed, but they ran Derrick Henry into the ground, and they don't have Foreman, this year.
They don't.
They got Haskins as their backup. Hassan Haskins is their backup.
Yeah. So
if they're one bad injury to Henry away, and I just don't like a team that relies on one person. Yep. And that's coming from a Panthers fan who relies very heavily on CMC.
Well, Drew,
I don't like it.
And and they have questions at receiver too, man. Like
they got a rookie, Traylon Burks could be great.
Yeah, Traylon Burks with Robert Woods.
And Robert Woods, I feel like has always been it's going to be his year. This is his year. This is his year.
Injury coming off that injury though.
Yeah.
So. And
I still don't completely trust Ryan Tannehill. And now you got a rookie quarterback breathing down his throat. You think that's going to do anything to boost his confidence? No. And I'm still not. And Willis is years away from being an NFL starter.
Yeah.
So why are you going to I get it. But now Tannehill's all in his head.
But so I guess I'm asking, I can't remember, but weren't Tannehill and Mariota on the roster at the same time before Mariota got out of there?
Yeah, Tannehill came in, and one year they were on the roster together, and then they shipped Mariota out to Vegas.
So I mean that maybe the quarterback, because Mariota was the second pick, so but then
again once Tannehill turned it around,
they
put faith in him and got rid of Mariota. Tannehill came in and balled. They're like, all right, get rid of him.
Yeah. So pressure, I could see that type of pressure. But you're right though. You're right. Oh man.
They did bring in Austin Hooper to play tight end. So that's nice.
Yeah, I do like that for him. You know what I'm saying?
Taylor Lewan seems to get hurt a lot more.
Big question mark. Yo.
And then you got Jeffrey Simmons on the defense. You got Harold Landry. You got Zach Cunningham, who's a beast. Bud Dupree's in town.
Yeah, their defense is the reason why they're going to win games. That we know that they're going to win games. Put it that way.
Farley gets another year,
and he's not injured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got them barely missing the cut, man, and
heartbreak.
It's just year to year stuff. You know what I mean? They'll be back.
Yeah,
they'll be back. They'll figure it out. Great coach. Nothing against the coach.
Yeah,
I just think they shipped out AJ Brown maybe a year or two too early.
I still don't know how that went south. I'll be honest. I don't know how that went south.
They said they weren't going to pay him, and Philly's like, we will.
Enough said, man. Enough said. All right, my number 18.
Who's looking in?
Who is looking in? Maybe this will be a shock to some people. Maybe I shocked myself. I don't know. It is the Washington football team, the Washington Commanders. I like the football team better, so they're just going to be the football team to me.
I wholeheartedly agree with it.
Yeah,
the football team.
I had to take a real hard look at a lot of the rosters, and I think this is going to be a team that is going to be a pain for some people because of the defense. Okay.
Yeah.
This defense is still who they were 2 years ago. They just need to stay healthy and have a little bit more continuity. But this defense is good, man. And Chase Young, hopefully he can not be injured.
Allen, Sweat.
You know what I'm saying? Like this defense is still stacked,
Mayo,
and they still have a great defensive coach in Ron Rivera. You know what I'm saying? Ron Rivera he's still a damn good coach. So I really, really like the defense, obviously, but moving over to the offense, this offensive line is actually better than people give them credit for. Like they have Charles Leonard Jr.
Miss Norwell so bad.
Exactly. Andrew Norwell is probably the best person on that line, but you have Charles Leonard, who was an above average player, at least last year.
Trey Larson's a great backup center too.
Yeah, Trey Turner. Yeah,
Trey Larson's their backup center.
Or
Tyler Larson.
I was like, damn it, maybe. I was like, you know that man?
Tyler Larson. He was Carolina.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I guess he's coming off an injury though, or something like that. But
they got depth. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're gonna need that, especially when this team was injured. I don't know what they're doing in the offseason though.
Yeah, right.
Check the staff. But no, like, bro, the receivers, you got Scary Terry, you know what I'm saying? Curtis Samuel. Then you bring in a rookie in Jahan Dotson, who has ability. De'Ami Brown's their 4, you know what I'm saying? And
Logan Thomas.
The running game, Logan Thomas as an option. And he's one of the most underrated tight ends in the league as long as he's healthy. The running game is good. What is Carson Wentz going to do?
Broke out last year, right?
What is Carson Wentz going to do? Is Rivera going to is Rivera going to be going to be able to get the most out of Wentz? I don't know. Maybe more by asking him to do less.
I just hope that man doesn't cost him his job. That's all I'm shooting for.
Yeah. I like this team can play a spoiler, Drew. A little bit less variation with them, but I got them at 8 to 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? If things go right, why wouldn't they be there? You know what I'm saying? Especially like when I'll just take like a quick look at their schedule and stuff. But like they play the NFC East. So if they're a viable team, like
Jacksonville, Detroit 1-2, that's 2-0.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If they could win one of the 2 games, the next 2 games, and that's why I had to look at their schedule and I'm like, I don't think this Washington team is going to lose 2 in a row to 2 NFC East teams. I just don't. Like, I mean,
early loss.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could happen, but if you lose to Philadelphia, you know they putting everything into beating Dallas that next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just don't see it happening. So that's.
But yeah, they got a potential a down Houston team. They play the Bears.
They play Atlanta,
the Vikings.
They got Houston, Atlanta, New York back to back before the bye.
A bye week and New York again.
And New York again. Schedule might break for them, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you're making good points. You're making good points.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. Like that just going off of your predictions, here would be the first round matchups in the playoffs.
Going off the predictions. All right. So
49ers Bucks.
Yeah, so it would be 49
Cowboys.
No. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, I'm sorry cuz we only get one bye. So 49ers Bucks
and Eagles Packers.
Yep.
Saints Cowboys is intriguing as it can be.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think like how would it, because I got 1, 2. So I guess if you had to, because the Saints would actually be if we did playoffs, right? Because
Saints would be 5,
right? They would be 5. You're right. Yeah, Saints would be 5.
So Eagles would be 3, Packers 4.
Packers.
So 4. Saints Packers. Yeah. Saints Packers Eagles Cowboys.
Ooh, and it's my God, that's like for the NFL, that's Duke Carolina in the in the tournament.
And y'all still got the 49ers Bucks.
Yep.
Great first round matchup.
Yeah, it'd be a good playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Even better next round.
If it's my team, if we go off of my AFC, first round matchup, you get Colts Patriots.
Oh, the old tried and true.
Bengals Ravens.
That's good. I like that.
And Chiefs Chargers.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one right there. That's the one. Yeah. And
I'm almost for the playoffs becoming best 2 teams in each division battle it out to see who advances to the playoffs.
Yeah, just a one. I just want best record. Like, just give me a 1 through 7. Take the divisions out of it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most wins in.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yep. I love it.
Yep.
All right, man.
Go, man.
Well, next week we'll flip flop. I'll do 5 through 8 NFC. You got the AFC. And then after that, going forward, we'll talk middle level and then bottom level.
Bottom feeders. Yeah. We're moving on down. So we're going to get to your team.
Yeah.
And we'll get to them in depth, but you might just have to wait a while because you suck, and that's not our problem.
Sorry. I mean, my team's in there, so it's cool. It's all right. We just don't want to pick first next year. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think y'all will, though.
Nah, I think we're going to surprise some people, man. But, I mean, I got too optimistic last year, too, so I'm trying to
temper expectations. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you, my dude. All right, man. So, Drew, where can they find you online, man? Where can they find your content
at Laugh with Harrison on Instagram, DrewHarrisonComedy.com. Be on the lookout for that album. Comes out in exactly a month, August 26th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait, man. Yeah. I'm going to say it every week. Every week, I can't wait.
Nice. What about you, man? Where can they find you?
At the Kid Suds on Twitter, at nickel_dom FB on Twitter, and at the illustrious nickel_dom football on Insta.
Do it. Hit that subscribe button while you're at it. We will be back next week.